I bet you think I'm going to talk about the State of the Union. I'm going to go break it down and what I didn't like about it, what was good about it. Nah, I was not interested in it at all. There was one moment, which was probably the best moment in State of the Union history. A while back, during I think Barack Obama's one of his State of the Unions, somebody yelled out, "You lie," and that was news for about a month, and it still gets brought up every now and then. I can't remember the guy, and the guy was right, but you're not supposed to do that during the State of the Union. You're supposed to be civil, and you're supposed to be blah 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 blah. So this time, Biden started lying, and Congress finally was just like, all right, we're done. Stop. You're lying. I think Marjorie Taylor Greene, that was funny. She had a balloon. That was funny. So that was good. But Congress finally was like, okay, we're not just going to sit here while somebody lies about us. Because Joe Biden has failed in literally every aspect of leadership. Everything he said as a positive was a lie, and it was a positive in comparison to his own record. So when he starts talking about, recovery and, the economy is getting better, it's getting better, but that's in comparison to how bad he made it, not in comparison to the previous administration. So that's a problem, because everything he touts, record this, record that, record this, it's only in comparison to how bad you are. Nothing he said can compare to Trump. Nothing he said can even compare to his former boss's administration. It got so bad under him that when it starts getting better, he wants to celebrate it. And it's like, no. You can't celebrate a dip in inflation when you caused the rise in inflation. So if you come in and inflation's here, then it's here, now it's here. You can't celebrate that it's here. Because this is where it was when you got in office. Same thing goes with the entire economy. It's what he's doing, and nobody feels it, so I know the American people don't believe it. It's just fascinating to me how the left just goes with it, and they start talking, his numbers are great, this, that, and it's like, wait a minute. You know where it was. What's so great to me, and what shows how great the presidency of Donald Trump was, no matter what people think, economically, jobs-wise, it was great for this country. It was great again. No matter what anyone says, it really genuinely was. So when you look at the job numbers and the unemployment, where it was, again, it was under where it should have been because of COVID, because of the C word. I gotta edit that out so I can catch that. So, but it was already back on the rise at like 6%. Like, it was immediately going back up as we opened up. Reminder, Biden did not want to open up. He called it dangerous to open up, and he was forcing those mandates. That's the difference between Trump and Biden. So when Biden talks about everything that he did and how it improved, it was against what he wanted. So back to what I was originally saying, because I really didn't want to talk about the address, but I really enjoyed the fact that Congress just was like, enough, boo, liar.
All of you at home should know what those plans are. Instead of making the wealthy pay their fair share, some Republicans want Medicare and Social Security to sunset. I'm not saying it's a majority.
I think there should be more of that. in these speeches. I've never understood why people would just stand there just while one side's cheering and the other side has to sit on their hands, and then the other side's cheering, and the other side has to sit on their hands. I've never understood that. Just be vocal. You're in Congress. You're at the Capitol. Somebody's lying about you. Speak up. Man up. Grow a pair.
They invested too little of that profit to increase domestic production. And when I talk to a couple of them, they say, we're afraid you're going to shut down all the oil wells, all the oil refineries anyway, so why should we invest in them? I said, we're going to need oil for at least another decade. And that's going to exceed and beyond that. We're going to need it.
I've never understood why people just... Every State of the Union has been abuse on the other side. It never fails. And the worst thing somebody could do is tear the speech up behind it and clap like this. Speak up. Say something. Yes, he's supposed to be addressing the nation, but you can't let somebody just sit up there and lie.
Fentanyl is killing more than 70,000 Americans a year. Big, you got it.
So finally, Congress spoke up and got very vocal to the point where he stopped speaking and doing his fake speech and had to start responding to the crowd.
Let me give you, anybody who doubts it, contact my office. I'll give you a copy. I'll give you a copy of the proposal. That means Congress doesn't vote. Well, I'm glad to see you. And I tell you, I enjoy conversion. You know, it means if Congress doesn't keep the programs the way they are, they'd go away. Other Republicans say, I'm not saying it's a majority of you. I don't even think it's even a significant, but it's being proposed by individuals.
I think that's much, much more effective politics. I think more people would pay attention if they did that, because then there wouldn't be the appearance, even though it's true, there wouldn't be the appearance that they're all in on it together. Because every day the people see them fighting. The people see them talking about, okay, I want the government to shut down if you guys can't balance the books. You don't want to focus on the budget. I want the government to shut down. That's how serious I am about this. Then you have the other side saying, oh my God, they're going to have the government shut down. Then we can't go to the park. Fine. But then they go and have this speech and everybody's sitting there. We know you disagree because you were just vocal about it last week. Or do you agree and you just do that for show? That's what creates public distrust. That's it. So when we see them doing that and we see them going back and forth and say, oh, okay, so they really do have a pair. They really do have convictions. They're not just putting on a show for us. Because it looked like a show every time there's a State of the Union address. It looks like it's all a sham. It looks like they're all in agreement. And because why wouldn't you say, wait a minute, you're lying? If you truly believed that people are killing babies, there's an example. Why wouldn't you say something while he's talking up there saying, calling it healthcare? If you truly believe, if you're on the left and you truly believe that this is a racist society, and you have Donald Trump up there saying how great police are and how whatever, why wouldn't you speak up for real and say, no, this is a racist society? Like, not doing that shows the people who are watching that this is a waste of my time. I'm not going to watch. And they tune out because you're not being who you are on an everyday basis. Today, all of a sudden, you're too dignified to stand up for yourself. More importantly, you're too dignified to stand up for me. And I want you to stand up for me at all times. That's why I hired you. I voted you in. I hired you to speak on my behalf. Now, on the biggest stage of all, in front of the world, you're going to sit there like this while he lies about me. So when they did that, I thought that was really cool. I thought that was really cool. I know in other countries that when Parliament goes at it, or when their Congress goes at it, they go at it. I mean, they get into fist fights. That's how it should be. That shows me that these people who we vote in actually care enough to stand up for themselves. It's the right thing to do. So I thoroughly enjoyed that, but other than that, I don't care about that old man. I don't care about him whispering and then screaming because he doesn't know what's going on. He has no idea how to get his point across. So he awkwardly screams.
Autocracy has grown weaker, not stronger. Name me a world leader who changed places with Xi Jinping. Name me one. Name me one.
There's no logic behind it. He thinks he's getting the crowd into it because that's what he saw as a boy. He saw people doing this and people reacting, so he thinks that, hey, when I get older, I'm going to do that. And he's done it his entire career. 50 years in politics. He's done that weird behavior and voice inflection changes, and they're going to put y'all back in chains. It's like, that's all what he's seen growing up. He's seen people speak in a certain way, and that's what he's doing. And he thinks that's effective speech. It's not. But how can I say it's not? It got him into the presidency. You guys allowed him in. Doesn't matter if it was taken or earned. He's your president. Enjoy.